Hi and welcome to Shady Knolls Farm. Today I'm going to demonstrate how I clean eggs for carving and etching. I'm going to be using duck eggs and our chicken eggs. First off, I'm going to pour a little bit of bleach in some water in a nice tall container so you can put your eggs in after you have cleaned everything out of them. I just add a little bit because I just want to make sure that it's sanitized inside after I clean them out. And it also helps dry up the membrane that's inside the egg. Now the egg that I'm going to be doing is chicken eggs from our chickens out back and our duck eggs. Now the Dremel, of course, is a little noisy. I like to have gloves on because of the bleach that's in the water and the dust from the eggs, just kind of drying to your hands. This is the bit that I use to make the holes in the eggs. I do it on both sides, and this is just the bit that I like to use so I can clean out the eggs a little better. Now the duck eggs, they're just a little thicker than the chicken eggs. So they're a little bit, they can take a little bit more handling. Once you do enough of these, the cleaning them and the carving and etching, you kind of get the feel of how much pressure you can apply to them. Now this is just what I use to, scramble up the egg yolk and everything inside the egg. It was a cake tester, but this is what I use to scramble it up because it's nice and long. And I do that with all the eggs. The eggs, they're still a little dirty from the nest, but once you get them in the bleach water, it cleans up everything out. And this is what I use to get the yolk and the whites out of the eggs. It's just actually one of those nose syringes when you have a baby. You just stick this into one of the ends. It doesn't matter which end, and you just blow out the yolk and the white. You want to make sure you get all that out of there, because then if any of it sits in there, well, you might not like the results. You may get maggots growing in there. These are from our chickens and our ducks. They free range, so they're just pretty much roaming around wherever they want to be in our 3 acres. They lay beautiful, beautiful eggs. And then the yolk, the yolk and the egg whites, I generally just scramble them back up, and I'll either eat them or give them to one of our animals. Let me set that aside. I'm done with this. Now I'm just going to make sure that all the eggs get filled with some bleach water. You don't want to let them sit in the bleach water for a long time, but just enough so they can kind of get filled. I usually put it in some warm water. I don't think it really matters. Then you're going to use a syringe again. You kind of just wipe the eggs off. Again, that's why I have the gloves on, because it is bleach water. And you just shake it up, shake the water inside the egg, and you're going to take the syringe again, and you're just going to blow the water out. And I set it back in the carton. You want to let them dry for a few days to make sure that the membrane inside is good and dry. That'll make it easier when you're carving. Then after you've carved your eggs, you can put them back in some bleach water, and it will help dry out the membrane some more, because you're going to get it chipped up when you start carving with the Dremel. And you don't want all those little flakes to show in your final piece. Any dirt or anything that was left on the egg when I was cleaning the egg out, it's all washed off in the bleach water. And again, you can, after you've done this enough times, you can pretty much feel how much pressure you can apply to the eggs. It doesn't mean they won't break, but you just kind of just learn by doing it. This is a nice egg. It has speckles on it. That'll be very pretty. Okay, these are my eggs that I have blown out, and they need to be dried, and then after they've dried on the inside, then we will have eggs ready to be carved. Thank you for watching.